motion against a speaker who, by every objective measure, has fulfilled her mandate and worked tirelessly. What is most frustrating is that all of this comes at an expense of the residents we were elected to serve. It reminds me of an old truth that when you lie down with dogs, you will wake up with fleas. And today's speaker, we see exactly that.
Councillor Mukoka, there is a hand. Let's hear the order, Councillor Belinda. You may take a seat, Councillor Mukoka.
Chair, it's Councillor Echio Zonjoku. I want to just say, on a point of order, I don't see any dogs in this chamber. We need to have respect for each other, even in our debates. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Councillor H.S. Zonjoku. Councillor Mukoka, you may proceed.
Thank you, Chair of Chairs. I think this was just a phrase, nothing more.
Councillors, I had thought that Councillor Mukoka is using a metaphor. So Councillor Mukoka, I am going to rule that you withdraw your metaphor.
Hey, Chair of Chairs, they said green bambas here and nobody said anything. But I shall withdraw for the sake of peace.
Thank you.
And today's speaker, we see exactly that. You know, parties so desperate for influence that they are willing to be used and discarded in deals they barely understand. Action SA rejects this shambolic motion in its entirety. We stand firmly behind Speaker Nobuhle Mthembu, who has carried out her duties with fairness, transparency, and who has gone far beyond the call of duty. Nearly every day, she has been present in our communities, ensuring that the voices of the ordinary residents are not only heard, but meaningfully brought before this council. If you want to talk about failures to fulfill one's duties, let's look at the recent IDP processes. It was this very speaker who spent day after day engaging residents directly, listening to their concerns, and helping shape plans to improve service delivery in this city. And where were the DA councillors and sponsors of this motion during this time? At home, probably sleeping. While the speaker was doing the work they should have been part of. So really, no credible, honest political party
Councillor
that
Mukoka,
genuinely...
there's another hand again. I apologize. You may have to sit. Councillor Tarocha, let's hear the point of order.
Thank you, Acting Speaker. For the record, on the day I was sick like a dog and I was with the
Councillor
Speaker
Tarocha.
at the IDP. So she must withdraw.
Councillors, I had thought that Councillor Tarocha is rising to call a point of order. Councillor Mukoka, you may proceed, please.
So the question remains, where was the DA? So really no credible, honest political party that genuinely believes in the functionality of this legislature can, in good integrity, support this motion. Unless, of course, this is not actually about the speaker's performance, but rather a convenient excuse to settle political scores, reward favors, perpetuate the tired cycle of dishonest backroom deals. This is a blatant abuse of process and a mockery of accountability. It is the exact kind of politics that has broken
Councillor Mkoka,
the
wrap
city.
up.
Okay. It is the exact kind of politics that has broken the city, scooped out of its institutional and insulted the intelligence of every resident we were elected to serve. Action SA will have no part in it. We will vote against this ridiculous motion. And we urge those who still value the integrity of this chamber to do the same. I thank you.
We now move to Councillor Mkonza from ACDP.
Yes, shalom, shalom, Acting Speaker. Am I
Councillors,
am I protected?
let's give Councillor Mkonza a chance. You may proceed.
Yes. Yeah, thank you very much, Acting Speaker. Because I have already acknowledged our Almighty God, eternal existent in 3 persons, I'll just jump straight to the debate. Acting Speaker, I stand here to speak on the motion against the Speaker of Council, Councillor Nobuhle Mthembu. However, allow me to quote from my guiding manual, the Holy Bible, before I go to my speech. From the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 11, it reads as follows. When I was a child, I spoke about childish matters. For I saw things like a child and reasoned like a child. But the day came when I matured. I set aside my childish ways. Acting Chair, I'm quoting this scripture because this chamber has demonstrated childish and immature behavior. Acting Speaker, allow me to focus on these 2 words, childish and immature. And I will also add servant and ethical leadership as a solution. Maturity is a journey of growth and transformation. The Oxford Dictionary says it is a state of being developed and also the quality to think or of thinking and behaving in a sensible and adult manner. Acting Speaker, we are tortured here by a motion, a GLU member against a fellow GLU member, against one of their own. This is a waste of time, and this is a childish exercise. This does not justice to the low level of trust on public institutions and politicians in general. As the ACDP, we call for servant and ethical leadership from all the caucuses.
The then mayor of the DA, now the president of the DA Light, Action SA's Paza Shop Sakamashava. Now let me go on with the debate. Like I said that I was aspiring to be a historian. In our own customs, when we study it in archaeology and everything, it tells us that, and our basic way of living.
Councillor Mbengwa,
I'm coming there.
Councillor Mbengwa, there is a hand that's calling. You know, I had thought.
These people, they're wasting my time.
No. The time will be paused, Councillor Mbengwa. We had stopped the time. You know, when the proceedings of this council were going or flowing, I had thought that we will all act in the interest of time. And I deliberately not asked councillors who were calling point of orders to ask them on what point or what rule are you rising on, deliberately. And I am realizing that that is actually working against the order of council. So a councillor that is calling a point of order, when you rise, point which rule you're rising on and let it be a point of order. Councillor Mposulo, which rule are you rising on?
Councillor Mposula, Acting Speaker. I'm rising on Rule 72. We would like the councillor to withdraw the remarks that he has done because he has not yet withdrawn. And he must stop referring to Action SA as D8 Light. We are Action SA. Thank you so much.
No, thank you very much, Councillor Mposulo. Councillor Mbengwa, I think you are the second last speaker to the item.
Okay. In the interest of those that have-
Kindly, please, let's debate the motion and refrain from things that will make this
Attract a lot
council
of things.
disorderly.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
I'm not going to, I will try to be that, but there is a fact. Now, okay, on the issue that you raised, Mfundisi Mpostula, it is alleged. And if you feel offended, I withdraw. I said I withdraw.
Councillor Mbengwa,
But I said I
you will now have to withdraw
I'm
the
with-
allegations.
I'm withdrawing the
now have to-
allegations.
Councillor Mbengwa, let us be orderly, man. Just withdraw so that we move.
Withdrawn. Are you happy? Okay, in the interest of the people that are living with diabetes, you see, can you make your house in order? In the interest of the people that are living with conditions of diabetic that needs food, I'll try to be very brief so that people, they don't faint. Now, here is simple what we are putting in. Here, simple things that we are saying. When the Action SA joined the GNU, they were coming into this family as a makoti that will stabilize the family of GNU. GLU. Unfortunately, in Zulu bafana nalo mfazi wemaphepha. Ozobuya ayenze into zakhe ezichitha umzi lo sifuna ukuwakha. So now, in that, we have realized that we must take back this woman back to abazali bakho ngoba akana mendo. Now, without wasting time, there is a note that we have noted that the very speaker, on her own personal, I note that some of the councillors have been saying that we cannot deal with her character and conduct. But wrote, she was on social media against the decision that was taken by the GLU on the secretary. I don't want to dwell much on that one. It is, those that want to read, it's published on the newspapers. You can go through that. Now, without wasting time, we are simply saying, and in the biblical quotation that I put, the sins of your fathers are costing you. And thina as African National Congress, lo mfazi siyamxosha. Uyahamba. So Action SA, you have shown that you don't respect the rules of GLU. In many times, you have failed us in budget. Hi, Tsamayang. I wish.
Thank you, Councillor.
We are supporting her removal.
Thank you, Councillor Mbengwa. I now call upon Councillor Kwamanda to close the debate.
No, thank you very much, Acting Speaker of Council. Acting Speaker of Council, on behalf of the Government of Local Unity, my job has been to one end. And that end is to table a vote of no confidence against the Speaker, Councillor Nobuhle. It is unfortunate that her party will experience a second accidental office bearer, but it cannot be accorded to this particular collective. So I would like for council to register and to support the motion that has been tabled against Councillor Nobuhle Ntembu. Thank you very much, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Kwamanda. We will now go into a vote, but before that happens, I would want to ask that we ring the bell and make sure that all councillors that are outside comes in just before we proceed with the voting. Thank you very much, councillors, and I hope that all whips of political parties have made sure that their councillors are in the chamber. I would now ask for those who are voting in favor of the motion to raise their hands. Legal, continue to count. Those who are in the gallery, refrain from taking videos. Those who are in the gallery, thank you. I hope they've heard what I said. Legal, please assist in counting. Thank you.
Unobuhle wezwe bafowethu.
Thank you very much. You may lower your hands. Those who are against the motion, may you raise your hand. Thank you very much. You may lower your hands. I want to check those who are abstaining from voting. You may raise your hand. Let's give legal some few minutes to consolidate so that we can announce the results. Just 5 minutes. Councillors, thank you very much for your cooperation. Now I give you the results in accordance to how you voted. Those that are supporting that the speaker must go are 212. And those who are against the motion are 48. Unfortunately, there is no one abstaining, meaning those who are abstaining is 0. Thank you very much, and it means the motion is carried. Yeah. So, councillors, I am sure, Councillor Rapadu, I am sure we all know that now the position of the speaker is vacant. So the city now does not have the speaker. And in accordance to the rules and the legislations, we cannot proceed with this meeting. What it means is that the city manager, in due course, will then call, and I understand that after tomorrow we are supposed to go on recess, but I want to understand that the acting CM is here and he is aware of the proceedings. He will do the necessary. Councillors, if you anytime, any day, kindly adhere to the notice so that is the governance in the city of Johannesburg. With those words, councillors, I thank you for the opportunity to allow me to preside over this item. Oh, just before, there is a hand there, before we leave, councillors. Just before, Councillor Nontantla Sfumba.
Just before we leave, I think it will wish the Democratic Alliance 25th birthday that we had yesterday.
The food out there must not go and spoil. Can we grab a bite there, something to eat? I saw some of you were sleeping, so you are hungry, I agree. Go and eat.